I've carried a thought with me for a long time, the thought of one day sitting down and truly telling the story of my life, trying to explain what really happened, what I experienced, and how the path I walked led me to this exact moment. My journey hasn't always been straight or easy, but somewhere inside me, I've always believed that everything I've been through has brought me to the person I am today. Over the years, I've done things I'm proud of and things I wish I could do over. Life is full of choices, and sometimes it's only much later that you begin to understand why you made the decisions you did. And now, as I sit here, trying to gather my thoughts, memories come flooding back, some warm and bright, others heavy and hard to carry. They are all pieces of me. I'm not entirely sure where to start. Perhaps I'll forget something important. Perhaps I won't be able to explain everything as fully as I feel it. But all I can do is try to tell my story in a way that lets you understand who I am and how I became the person I am today. There have been times when it's been difficult to put my feelings into words. For years, I've wrestled with that gap between what I show the world and what's happening inside me. I've struggled to share how I really feel, how exhausted I am from holding myself together, how stress slowly crept into my body and soul. Maybe it was easier then to just keep moving forward and not look back, to tell myself I'd deal with it later. Outwardly, people may have only seen a smile, a laugh, a face that seemed happy, but behind that smile, there has always been so much more. Thoughts that never quiet down, feelings I push aside, and inner anxiety I rarely let anyone see. No one sees what happens in my mind when the world falls silent, or how heavy it can feel just to breathe when your heart carries too much. Saying this isn't easy. Every word feels heavier than it should, as if each sentence digs into something I've tried to bury. Honestly, I just want to cry, but the tears get stuck somewhere on the way out. So here I sit, alone with my thoughts, trying to put them all together. Maybe this is my way of trying to understand myself. Maybe it's my way of finally being honest with myself and with the world. You might know me, or maybe you don't. Maybe you've only heard my name, or maybe we've met once, or maybe I'm completely a stranger to you. No matter who you are, I hope you'll come with me through these words. What I want to share isn't just my story, it's my thoughts, my feelings, the moments that have shaped me. One thing I do know, I can't stay silent anymore. I've carried so much for far too long. It feels like dragging around a heavy bag filled with all the pain, sorrow, and memories I've tried to forget. But now, it's time to let go, to write it all down, to set it down, breathe, and finally allow myself to start over, truly start over. Not just pretending everything is fine, but beginning again from the very beginning. It may sound like I carry only darkness, but that's not the truth. I've had heavy moments, yes, but I've also lived a life full of beauty and wonder. I've overthought, I've struggled, but I've also laughed, loved, and learned more than I ever expected. And to give you a small glimpse of what's to come, I want to start with something close to my heart, a poem I wrote myself. It's called I Am a Star. I am a star, a star, a star, a star in a silent universe, blinking alone, but visible to all. I see the world from above, as if I were floating on a cloud of silence, high above the city buildings, far from the demands, the sounds, the thoughts. Here I am weightless. Here I can breathe without explaining myself. Here I can be whole in my brokenness, inside a trash can of emotions, cold, rusty, hidden. But that's where they see me, those who understand shadows, and those who have also lived in the darkness. I don't need to feel, not think, just be, just float. But still, I want more than just to exist. I'm looking for the light that cuts through the window pane, on a sunny day, to stand in it without burning up. Because I am a star, a star, a star, a star, a soul with a glow in its stillness, but never quite there. I am alone but surrounded. I see everything, but don't get stuck. And one day when the night turns, I will find that light, the button that I have long searched for in the darkness. And when I find it, I will not only be a star, I will shine like never before. The light will always be on, because I am a star, a star, star. If you want to be part of my journey and truly understand my story, part 2 is coming very soon. There's so much more I'm ready to share, and this is only the beginning. If you feel connected to my story and want to know what happens next, I'd love for you to follow along. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and join me as I open up the next chapter of my life.